50 days in every zone. We got 13 days or so in Mountain Town, then we got 50 days left in Hush River Valley, and we will be done with this challenge. So, that's going to be awesome. That is going to be awesome. Hi, all. Sent you a DM on Instagram. Oh, I haven't checked Instagram today. I don't get on the old IG very much, but I will check it out when I get a chance for sure. All right, let's transfer all those in there. Hey, ZFP, hello, hello. All right, let's go back down to the farmhouse. Yeah, it's still early morning. Let's go back down to the farmhouse. I will go and check it out though when I have a moment. Or not the farmhouse, the Grey Mother's house. I don't want to go to the farmhouse. I want to go to Grey Mother's. But yeah, the run's been going good so far. We only, let's see, how many days do we have left here? We only have 16 days. I was wrong. We have 16 days, not 13. So we got 16 days left in Mountain Town to go. So we have a little longer than I thought, but that's okay. Tala, hello, hello. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. Oh, for a second I thought those were wolves down there. They're deer. I thought they were wolves, but they're actually deer. Oh, so Hogwarts, well, Nana, we were down seeing my son. It went good. We were unable to fix the leak in his trunk because it didn't have anything to do with the seal. It actually, he has a tail lamp that is going out. So, Hogwarts, I just posted up Lynette's, company there in chat. That's her page. That's where this hat came from. She actually knitted the hat for me. And Gate City Yarns is her thing. And she has done other stuff for other viewers, like socks and hats and stuff like that. So if you are interested in getting a hat or seeing if she'd be willing to do one for you, you're free to contact her on there and tell her who you are and sort of tell her what you're looking for. So there you go, my friend. All right, we got that. I don't even really think I want to take any of this other stuff with me, to be honest. I watched a video last night that featured 10 Long Dark players' advice on most important things. Was that Zach's video? Yeah, that was Zach's video. Yep. That was Zacky. Hey, Data, how's it going, buddy? How you doing tonight, bud? Hope you're having a good day. But yeah, things went good with my son. We didn't have all the parts we needed to fix his taillight though, so we actually had to order a new taillight for him. He's going to be getting that in this week, and then I'm going to go down there and help him get it fixed later on this week, or early next week. So doing good, getting over an ear infection. Oh no. Yeah, I actually found quite a bit of flour. I found 3 things of flour. They're all ruined, but I found them. Oh, I will tell him he said hi. Give a little shout out for Data there. Go check out Data the Druid, boys and girls. Go give him some love.
Down in the basement. Oh, we'll be fine.
And ear infections are horrible.
Full energized.
Wow.
Well, I'm glad you're getting over the ear infection. Those are no fun at all. All right, we'll grab a little bit of fuel here. There we go. All right, we're ready to go. Back up there. I think so. You felt like you're going through a purge. Is that really all the water we grabbed? Was 2 liters? Let's grab a little bit more than that. For some reason I thought we grabbed more than that. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I grabbed so much other stuff in here. Or maybe it's because I was just being...
drop something.
Maybe it's just because I was not paying attention. That's probably what it was. Surprised there's no wolfies out here. Like no wolf respawns or anything. For the hat, what hat should I ask for? If you contact her Hogwarts, just tell her who you are and say, hey, I watch Atheenon and he told me to contact you about a hat, and she'll actually make it, you know, she'll make one exactly like this if you want, or she can make one with something different on it. But honestly, to be honest, Hogwarts, I don't know if she's got time right now to make them or not. I haven't seen Lynette on for a little while, so I don't know what she's up to. But that's the only contact info I have for her. But just tell her who you are and that I sent you over to her, and she doesn't have any like specific hat like pattern or anything. She just does it. So just tell her what you're looking for, and she can let you know if she can do it for you or not. But yeah, I actually haven't seen Lynette Melody on for a little while. Haven't seen her around for a wee bit, so. You don't use patterns either, not one the same. But no, Lynette's really cool. She's a cool gal, so. Let's go chill out in the cave for a hot second. Chill out, or warm up in the cave, I guess you could say. I think we've done a pretty good job. Yeah, I've done a really good job mapping this place up. Really good job mapping it up. Right now, we are right up here in this cave. There's the cave to Hush River Valley. Oh. Oh. There's the plane crash up there. I wonder, do we have... I guess one thing to look at is, do we have all of the surveyed locations in this zone? Yep, we got everything. Okay. Some of these zones have been easier to map than others. Hey, Zephyr, how you doing? Like Broken Railroad, Forlorn Muskeg, Mountain Town. We didn't get all of them in Bleak Inlet, but that's just because I didn't really think about it when I was there. And then other zones like Desolation Point, Hush River Valley we haven't done yet, Pleasant Valley, the Timberwolf Mountain. We weren't really in a position to do a lot of mapping in those zones. But yeah, we've got Broken Railroad, Forlorn, Mountain Town, and Mystery Lake all done. Winding River, of course, and Ravine we didn't do. So, lots of stuff we could still do if we wanted to, even after this run's over. Don't I have a book I can read? Is the ravine a zone? Well, it's a transition zone. It's not really a zone in and of itself. I mean, it is a zone, but it's not like a major zone. It's a transition place. They just happen to have a couple of landmarks in it that they want you to get. I don't really count it as a zone though. It's too small. It's too small. There's not enough to do in it to really make it interesting. You could survive in the ravine for a while if you wanted to, just picking birch bark and killing a few of the deer and putting up rabbit traps if you wanted to. It would just be very, very boring. It wouldn't be hard. It would just be kind of like, okay, this is a thing. This is the thing that we're doing right now. The boring factor would sink in really quick. There's no wolves in the ravine either. Yeah, the Winding River has a wolf, sometimes two in it, but the ravine doesn't have any wolves in it now. Well, the ravine's a nice place to go chill out if you're just looking to chill. I mean, that's always an option. Just go chill out in the ravine and not have any worries. Because it does mean no worries for the rest of your days.
Too heavy.
Yeah, but I can go break this shelf down with a heavy hammer. There we go. Yeah, but yeah, Mav Twitcher, it is, you know, boredom is nice sometimes. I'm just thinking more of the viewer experience in the Winding River and the ravine is rather ho-hum. There's not a lot for me to do. There's not a lot for, you know, for you guys to watch. There's not really anything exciting going on there. It just isn't that much of a streaming wise, it's not that great of a zone. There's other stuff I'd rather do, let's just say. Really? I was thirsty. All right, let's see if we can read for 2 more hours. All right, we got 2 more hours in. That's not too bad. There's the bed. Although we are a little bit on the hungry side. Let's get ourselves unhungrified. He gets all the experience when he finishes the book. Yeah, it is a little weird, huh? Hold on a second. Let's try this. Let's sleep for like 3 hours. Let it get in full. Let him get full Aurora. Like the moment he reads the very last word, he's like, "Aha!" Yes. He gets that. He has that aha moment. He's like, "Aha! I finally understand." I don't know if there's any other caches in the zone or not. Let's find another. Anyway, well, that was fun. No, I don't feel like facing a Timberwolf or a Aurora Wolf. I didn't know there was one so close. Nope, I'm good. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Aurora Wolf. Nope, I'm good. I'm good, we're fine. When is the December update coming? My guess, I've locked it in. My guess is the 12th of December. But I don't know. It could be the 12th. It could be before that. It could be after that. My guess is the 12th of December. Just based on how they've done things in the past. They give themselves a little bit of time before the Christmas break to kind of get things fixed up. And December 12th, it fits right, and they usually do it on a Tuesday. Because if they waited until the next week, it'd be the 19th, and then they'd only have like 3 work days to work on it. If they do it on the 12th, they'd have the 13th, 14th, 15th, and then that entire next week, because Christmas falls on the Monday the 25th. So I'm thinking the 12th. And I may be completely wrong. It would not surprise me in the least bit. And if they do it earlier, if they do it in, say, November or something, I mean, I'll be totally happy with that. I will be totally happy with them doing it in November. I just don't think they will. Alright. How many days we got left? 15 days, boys and girls. Woo! Let's go! What's our clothing looking like? Where's our bear skin? Oh, it's back at Grandmother's house, isn't it? Yeah. I was like, whoa, wait a second, where's our bear skin at? Oh yeah, we left it back at the Grandmother's house. I was freaking out there for a second. For a moment, I thought we brought it up here. I could have sworn we brought it up here, but I believe it's back at the Grandmother's house. Okay. Woo! My heart's kind of skipped a beat there. I was like, oh no, all that work and it's gone? No. We still have not found a freaking we've still not found ourselves a freaking whetstone, which is wild. Just gonna leave that here. We're gonna go back to the grandmother's house and pick up a few more things. We're just doing a couple little shuttle runs right now. Just kind of getting stuff up here. Oh, we know there's a wolf out here somewhere. I don't see him. But yeah, I'm excited for the new update. I'm really looking forward to a new zone. Looking forward to some new mechanics. Needing a whetstone kind of sucks. Just use a stone. Well, the stone has to be the right kind of stone to be a whetstone. And whetstones in this game wear down, in my opinion, a wee bit too quickly. Crafting the travois. What do the blue and red toolboxes do? Blue and red toolboxes allow you to repair things like your heavy hammer and your hacksaw, your crampons. They also lower the amount of time it takes to craft arrows and a few other items on the crafting table. If you have a toolbox on you, you can choose that. It's sort of like how you can choose a knife or a hatchet to make a bow and arrow. You can use a toolbox to you can choose a toolbox to craft an arrow. And the red toolbox takes the arrow crafting time and splits it in half. So the red toolboxes are the best. They're sort of the advanced toolbox, and they make the toolboxes they make the arrow crafting way quicker. So what will be the new mechanics? You'd have to go look at the full list, Tala. I can't remember it really off the top of my head. I know the travois is coming out. The full list of everything though is up on Steam. They no. Under the really, what is up with my computer right now? It's just like making being very weird. Being very strange. Let's see, where's the I think it was in here, right? Yeah. Yeah, if you go on Steam, just look for the dev diary they did back in, look for the dev diaries, and it has it's a September dev diary. They released it on September 13th, and it talks about all the new stuff they're going to be doing. Just a quick question, if I'm from the UK, would she charge shipping as it can be a lot? Probably. Yeah. Probably. I don't know. I mean, I don't know for sure what she would charge, but I would imagine she'll probably just have you cover whatever the cost of shipping is. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that lantern fluid. Oh, there's the black bear hide. Okay, black bear hide secured back here. What percentage is that? 28%. 28. Jeez Louise. But yeah, the toolkit can be the toolkits are very handy for doing stuff. They also help you craft up. They also help you craft up the. What is it? I think they help you craft up the line as well as the fishing hooks, or yeah, the hooks and the lines. It takes less time. Talking to Storm Lanterns, I getting one hopefully. Nice, that's awesome. But yeah, Tala, if you go there and you look at the September Dev Diary, they are going to add glove animations. They have the mine. The second another tail is coming out. The Travois and some new clothing. And then, but they haven't really done a lot of specifics. I imagine as we get closer, because they just say new gameplay tools and mechanics, including the Travois and some new clothing. That's all they've really alluded to. They've not really alluded to any other specific mechanics that they're going to be doing. But, you know, if you go back and you look at the list of things they wanted to do, or the list of things that were going to be in Tales from the Far Territory, and you eliminate the ones that they've already done and compare it to the ones that haven't been done yet, well, any of the ones that haven't been done, I guess, could be in the new update. Could be. Doesn't mean they're going to be, but they could be in the new update. Wow, we've got so much stuff here. It's incredible how much stuff we got. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm gonna bring my down over with me. We ordered 2 kerosene lamps and they got lost in the storm. The flooding held them up for 2 months. Wow. And then they eventually arrived. They eventually got here. I think I do want... Ooh, I do want to bring some of my broth with me. How much salt do I have? I want a new jar of salt. I want a new jar of salt. One that won't make you sick. They got an extensive list there. Oh yeah, they have a very extensive list. There's a lot of stuff that they're going to be adding into the game still. But the Travois, I guess, that's sort of the big thing that they're promoting is going to be out with the new Tales section. My guess is that the Travois might have something to do with the new Tales. You never know. Like, you maybe need the Travois to do one of the tasks in the new Tales. I don't know what the new Tales is gonna. I don't know what it's going to entail, so to speak. But I have they sometimes they will include new mechanics in the Tales from the Far Territory storyline too. So carrying the batteries would be easier with the Travois, yeah. Exactly. I wonder how the Travois is going to work, though, too. That's the thing, is like, is it something that you're just going to put down in back of you and kind of carry around with you, or what? See if we can get ourselves a deer here. Or 3. We need a little bit of food. A deer or 3. They had it coming. We all have it coming, kid. let's use that. Really? You're gonna blow my fire out? Are you really serious? You're really serious right now? I'll blow it with a 31-month. 31-month resub. Thank you, Upload, for that 31-month resub-aroo there.
Overler just resubscribed for 31 months.
Appreciate that very much. Let's see if we can get the last one harvested up here, too. How long we got left on the fire? 2 hours, 54 minutes? Okay. There we go. Give some love out there, and thank you again, Upload, for the 31-month resub. Very super kind of you to do. Appreciate it very, very much. A deer or 3. They had it coming. Or 3. We need a little bit of food. Sorry, I had to do something there. Oh, great. Fabulous. Fabulous news. I got some fabulous news, boys and girls. We took down those deer to get some meat, and now it's going to blizzard on us. What's the best way to get to the radio tower in Bleak Inlet? Well, you want to go through the ravine. What do the mugs do? Those are Twitch channel points, and you just can click on the Twitch channel thing down in the bottom, right below the chat button, and it allows you. You can buy some emotes if you're not a sub. Oh, Jesus Christ! You can buy emotes if you're not a sub. You can change emotes. There's a bunch of different stuff you can do with them. There's a wolf right. There. Let's go. Wow. Wow. Woo! That's totally fine, Tala. Yeah, so the mugs you can use down below for down below the chat bar, there's a little thing you can click on and use mugs on that. And then also, there's channel points that you can spend in the store on those kind of redeems. And you can also, and those you just receive by watching the channel, you can roulette them. And you can play slots with them. So there's several different things you can do with channel points. So there's channel points, which are through stream elements, and then there is the Twitch points, which are the mugs, and those are down below. Channel points are known as bear hides, and the Twitch channel points are known as mugs. In my channel anyway. For my channel, that's what they're known as. Well, that storm's gonna rage outside for a hot second. Wow, that is really loud. Let's just read our book for a moment. There we go. Reading books while storms are out. Yep, it is delightful, actually. I'm just hoping the storm will pass and we can actually go out. Okay. Did the storm actually pass, or is it just giving us a little bit of... Giving us... Is it giving us the illusion that it passed? Okay, it's just giving us the illusion that it passed. Alrighty. It's like, yeah, I passed. Of course I did. Don't you trust me, Atheenon? Of course I passed. Does Voyager not get cabin fever? No, I don't believe there's cabin fever or intestinal parasites in Voyager. I'm pretty sure there's not either. But there may be. I mean, I may be completely wrong on that. But I know there's no intestinal parasites on Voyager, and I'm pretty sure there's no, cabin fever. But maybe one of you Voyagers players can speak to that. You haven't got either of them yet? Okay. Yeah, I know there's some game mechanics that on the lower difficulty levels they don't have, and you don't get those until it kicks into the higher difficulty levels, so. I don't have much water left. I'm gonna have to definitely make some water in the morning. Come on, where's the bed? Bed has to be here somewhere. It's right in here. Stack of papers. Oh, there's the bed. There's the bed right there. Okay, perfect. We found the bed. Time to sleep. Oh my god, I cannot figure out throwing rocks at rabbits. Rocks at rabbits is something that takes a long time to actually kind of get down. Hey, Blue Dino, hello, hello. How are you doing? So the rocks at the rabbits, you kind of have to, you know how you have your hand out when you're aiming with the rock? You sort of have to aim like between your fingers, but you kind of have to aim sort of in this area, because the further away you are, there's going to be some drop for the rock. There's a lot of different factors that play into it the further away you get from the actual rabbit. So it doesn't always work like it's supposed to. There's no like, it's sort of like firing the arrow. There's no tried or true way to get it done each time, because it depends on how far away the animal is from you. It depends on how fast they're moving. You might have to lead them a little bit. There's a lot of different factors for actually utilizing some of the weapons in the game. The guns are probably the easiest weapons to use, because there doesn't seem to be any drop on the guns as far as like, you basically point, shoot, and you're done. We did finish that book, by the way. Rock throwing is my specialty. The bow, on the other hand, yeesh, I'm awful. So we got up to, let's see, what did we get to? Rifle firearm, we're halfway through level 4. Halfway through level 4, boys and girls.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Oh shoot, I forgot to drop the guts. Gosh dang it. Got to leave the damn guts and hides behind. Okay, I need to go drop those off. That was my fun. Cabin fever risk may start in Voyager after 55 days. Okay. Thank you, Sasha. I know on like Interloper, you can start getting cabin fever after like 6 or 7 days. Yeah, I'm level 4 from books. Yep. I've read every rifle book I have found in the game so far. Every single one. McServed! You've been McServed, baby. How you doing, McServed? Hope you're having a good day. Hello to you, too.
Getting kind of thirsty.
I just read the books, Blue Dino, because it was like, we're spending 50 days in every zone. So we might as well do something, right? I think it's 55 days survived, Nana. Not 55 in one house, but 55 days survived. After that, there is a chance you can start getting cabin fever. Or the cabin fever risk, I should say. Well, think of it this way, Nana. When you do achieve 50 days, which you will, it'll be a very proud moment because you can go, now I can get cabin fever. You'll have something to look forward to. Like, I don't want to look forward to that. Yeah, usually, I mean, the first 10 days are usually the roughest for most people. And then from there, the next, like, getting up to day 30 is probably the roughest patch. And then from there, getting to day 50 and then day, like, 100. Because if you can get to 50 days, then getting to that 100th day is usually the next, like, hurdle that you have. And once you get to 100 days, I'm not saying it's going to be, it's not going to be, like, super easy, but if you can get to 100 days, you can, unless you, like, do something phenomenally, you know, have something phenomenally bad happen to you, you probably aren't going to die after that. It's a lot easier to, you know, once you get to 100 days, you pretty much have all of your, you have your gear all set up, you got everything kind of, like, taken care of at that point. Really, game? More wind, More wind, that's what you're gonna give me. The game's like, yes, I am.
Looks like a new day is dawning.
Hasn't blown my fire out yet, though, so I guess we'll take it. This is our hat trick of deer. We got a hat trick. Yeah, I've never made a bow. Found one once, then ran into a wolf and died. Yeah, you can find a lot of bow and arrows on Pilgrim, Voyager, and even Stalker. You can find a lot. There we go. Now, of course, when you play on Interloper, you don't get to find nothing.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
They're like, no. You don't get to find any weapons whatsoever. Heck, it used to be you could find flare guns and flare shells, but even that's a scarce commodity these days. Okay, come on. There we go. What I like about Loper, I can just never last long enough to get situated. Well, yeah, and that's the thing, is like getting situated is sort of your goal in this game. And even though once you're situated, you still, like, there's still stuff to do. You can't, like I said, you can't become complacent. The main thing that kills most players who have longer files is they get complacent, they get a little cheeky. They kind of get this invincibility feeling going on, and that can easily lead to your ruin because you're not invincible. Any single wolf can still take you down and probably wreck your face if he really wants to. You die more traveling. Well, that's the thing too, is you die a lot when you're walking around, when you're moving around. And I've always said the cold and the bad weather in this game, the cold and the bad weather. See, look at this. Look at this. I've been sitting next to this fire this whole freaking time, and my clothing is just getting soaked and frozen. That's one thing you have to remember to do when you're sitting around a fire. If there's snow and wind out, make sure you take off your clothing if you can afford it. Don't wear your clothing around the fire. Because look at that, already my other stuff's getting wet too. Now I'm gonna sit around the fire naked for a second. Yeah, my satchel already was getting frozen on me. Jeez Louise, man. And my other clothing was all getting wet too. And it won't dry out until you put it on the ground. It's kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest. I mean, you're sitting around a 40-degree fire. I mean, this fire is 51 degrees centigrade. Tom Jones. What? But yes, the cold in this game will generally be your biggest enemy. Because the cold over time will wear you down slowly but surely, and then all it takes is one wolf to come up on you, smack you, and kill you.
Too much stuff to carry.
And so maybe you didn't die from the cold directly, but indirectly. Oh, my character's naked by the fire. Okay, I gotcha. Yes. Is that a Tom Jones sex bomb moment? See, I don't know what that is. I'm not in the know for those sort of things. That's a big piece. That's a big piece. That's a big piece. And that's a big piece. And that is a 140 calorie piece. There we go. Got to strip down to the fire. See, look at that. Even that is wet, and it's at 3% wet, and it's going to stay that way unless I drop it. How annoying. My boots are dry, gloves are dry, toque is dry, satchel's almost dry. Put my satchel on just to keep myself, get my weight carry back. Yeah, which used to be that you could sit by a fire nice and snuggy. Now see, now with it being sunshiny out, I can't put my clothing back on.
Snow, the hypothermia.
There we go. Now we can actually have it on because it's not, and it's only when it's like really windy and stuff out that happens. Yes, I do have the technical backpack. We do have that. We got our well-fed bonus. We got our moose hide satchel. So as far as carry weight goes, we're doing decent. I know. And we are at, let's see, how many days left do we have in this zone? We have 14 days left in Mountain Town at this point. I'm just going to eat down the small pieces. And then later today, boys and girls, we are going to play some of the Infected again. I've been really enjoying the Infected. If you've never seen the Infected, it's an early access game, but it's really well done. They've done a lot of work on it over the last couple of years, and it's really coming along. It has an interesting crafting system. They've improved the loot in it a lot. They've given us new biomes. There's a lot of cool stuff, and I think today I'm going to see if I can go track down wherever the gators are and go try to kill some alligators so we can actually get the alligator backpack. Because the alligator backpack will give us a whole lot more carry capacity in the game. I still don't like that you can't pick the skillet from your hot menu. It kind of annoys me. I'm not gonna lie, a little on the annoying side. The bear and the moose are terrifying. I killed the bear in Mountain Town. It was terrifying. Yes, the bear's terrifying because you can shoot him multiple times and he won't go down. You got to be very wary when you're hunting the bear. Always have a backup plan when you're hunting the bear. Either have it be a flare gun that you can whip out and shoot him in the face. Find a log that you can climb up on. Sit on a side of a cliff so you can jump over if the bear charges you. What else is there? Hunt the bear by a car. So if you shoot the bear, you can jump in the car, and then you can come back out and shoot him again. That works really well. Hey, Psychotic Deer. Hey, everyone. Good afternoon from Florida. Vacation day 3. Well, I hope you're having a fantastic vacation down there, Psychotic Deer. I hope you're having a fun time and things are going well for you. Sounds like an awesome time for you. Is it nice and hot and humid down there? I tried that. I freaked out and he attacked me anyway. Yeah. The bear is definitely a scary creature to hunt and to like try to take down. He for sure is. Yeah, it's super sunny out right now. Oh, in Florida. I was gonna say here in the game it's super sunny too. We're getting like Floridian weather here. Look at this, it's +2 out. That's practically Florida. That is practically Florida in the long dark. When I can walk around and it's positive temperatures. Come on now. That's not supposed to happen. Going to the beach on Sunday? Nice. That'll be fun. $55.16. I feel like days in Florida are much longer.
Too heavy.
Probably because it's hot and you're having fun. Time is all perspective, my man. Time is all perspective. Sometimes like days can feel super long. Sometimes days can feel like they're going by really quick. It's all how our brains process it. What's the Twitch I got Twitch notifications. Oh. Huh. We now have, there's story, you can do stories on Twitch now. Are those like shorts? Huh. They have, there's a new thing on Twitch now. I don't know what it is though. Huh. Twitch is trying to keep up with everybody else, I guess. Oh wow, so I can actually... Oh, that's cool. That's kind of neat. So you can actually add things to your story. It's sort of like Instagram's stories type thing. Wow, Twitch is really trying. Sorry, I love it when things get new things. I'm always fascinated by it. Hey, Icy Cool, how you doing? You're gonna lurk? All right, Psychotic. Have a good lurk. And Psychotic, take care of yourself out there. Stay hydrated. Especially down in Florida. Stay hydrated, my man. And have a good time. Just have a great time down there. You're gonna have so much fun. So much fun. Oh my gosh. But how you doing, Icy Cool? I hope you're having a great day, my friend. Is that bear meat or it's grizzly bear meat? We got some bear meat, boys and girls. It's the bear meat that we need. We got that crappy bow sitting there. Arrgh! Oh, this house. Did I ever go in this? I don't know if I ever went in this house. I thought all these were locked up. I don't know if I ever went in this one. Nope, I did not. Somebody on one of my things says I missed a... Ooh, I got a free box of matches. Nice. Somebody on one of my videos said I missed a salt in a house, which I probably did. I'm gonna forego trying to find it though, because oh look, there's some more cooking oil. Because I already have a bunch of salt, so I'm not too concerned about it. But thank you for pointing that out. And if I ever do miss any loot or anything, please feel free to chastise me in the comments. I probably deserve it. I thought lighting had changed in the game, but unfortunately it's the same. I started a new Loper run in HRV, no bedroll hacksaw and ice caves. Have you heard of this? Well, there's like 4 different places now in the ice cave that they can appear. They've moved. They added. There used to be there was only one place that appeared in the ice cave. And you aren't in the ice cave behind the waterfall, right? You're in the other ice cave, correct? The ice cave that doesn't have a waterfall in front of it. Because now there's like 4 places there that you can actually find it in. There used to only be 1, then there was 2, and then they did 3, and there was 4. Yeah, there's a bunch of different places now that they put it in. Yeah, one of them is actually like on a main corridor, so you probably just walked by that and it wasn't there, so that's no big deal. But there's a couple little cubby hidey holes. There's the one hidey hole down by the exit, one of the exits. There's the cubby hole up above the rope climb, and then there's another cubby on the way to the rope climb, and then there's another spot that's right as you come in. Basically, there's a spot by each of the entrances on the lower half. There's a spot up above the rope climb, and there's a spot in the middle. Any information about the cougar? No idea about the cougar. I doubt. I have a feeling the cougar is going to be one of the last things implemented in the game. I don't. I mean, if the cougar comes out in this next update, I'll be very surprised. I think that's not going to come out until they release the final zone, the final form of the game. Your money says cougars will be broken. Oh, probably. We'll see.
Able to carry this load for much longer.
I got a gamey salmon, boys and girls. Now, there's already a cougar in the game, if you want to be technical about it. I mean, the Gray Mother does exist. Don't forget about her. She is the OG cougar in the game. And she's blind, so guess what? Your looks don't matter. You just have to have a nice personality, guys. I mean, it's a win-win. I'm a horrible person. I am an absolutely horrible person. Should I do the story mode before Survivor? You don't need to, no. So story mode is nice because it gives you kind of an idea of what the game's about. The problem with story mode, though, is that story mode also has a lot of things in it that are not... They're not helpful for a person wanting to play the Long Dark. Like one of the things that stands out to me in story mode is that whenever you open the map, you see exactly where you walk, where you are, where you see the whole zone. The whole zone is completely open. You can see exactly where you are, exactly where your character is, the whole 9 yards. So in that instance, it's not very helpful. Also, one of the other things I don't like about story mode is that in story mode, you can, when you pick up clothing, it just auto-equips it for you. Yeah, it auto-equips your clothing. Yeah, Locke. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Your clothing just gets put on you. If you don't have a piece of clothing in that spot, it just auto-equips it. And it does, and it really is important as a player to kind of examine the clothing as you're picking it up, figure out if it's something good or something bad, see the condition of it, and all that sort of stuff, so that you can sort of make a decision of what you want to wear, and if you're gonna wear it. So. Look at us with all of our stuffs. I think I have one more Ooh, the bubbly bubblies. We got an hour and 2. Let's give it like 2 hours. That's good enough. Let's just make some water. I'm always in the mood to make some more water, you know? There we go.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Oh yeah. We got 12 liters of water being cooked right now. Oh, it's glorious. It's absolutely lovely.
Something's making me feel tired.
Yum yum. Now we have 16 liters of water on us. That's just wrong in so many ways. Okay, let's drop these. Making burdock teas and acorn coffees brought my cooking skill up so fast. Oh yeah, you can totally raise your cooking skill by that stuff.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
I hate it when my waters are not lined up properly, but oh well. It's hard to do when you had a when you have a bad lineup going already. We just got to learn to live with it. Just got to learn to live with it. The bear hide's 95% cured. 95%, boys and girls. Oh yeah. Woo! I think you should fill the big table with all your water. Yeah, the big table has a lot of garbage on it, though. See, that's the only problem, is that big table has tons of stuff on it that's annoying. But yeah, there's a lot of things in the story mode. There's other things as well in the story mode, but the mapping and the map and the clothing is two things that kind of throw people off. All right. Ooh, we've got 13 days left. We're on day 609. Well, I don't know how the customized bases are going to work exactly. I have a feeling it's going to be a little more disappointing than people are expecting. I think people are. I think the idea that people have in mind is they're going to walk into any house and be able to customize it however they want. And I don't believe that's going to be the case. I think there will be a specific place that you can do it in, and that's going to be it. I think it's going to be a little disappointing to a lot of people. Yeah, I doubt you're going to be able to walk into any house you want to and just do whatever you want in it. You aren't going to be able to just, you know, change an entire house. I just don't think that's going to be happening. Like, you won't be able to come into Grey Mothers and just change everything. Now, if I'm wrong, you know, that's gonna be great, but I don't see them going to that extent. I mean, that would take so much. I don't know. That would take that I think would be a feat that they are not ready to do yet. But you know, prove me wrong. Hopefully, I am wrong. I mean, that would be great if I was. Let's see what our clothing looks like. Yeah, who knows? I mean, the customization of the customized, because they don't really say. See, you notice that in the notes though, they don't say you can customize the houses. It says there will be a base. It talks about like a customization base customization. So it sounds to me like there's going to be a specific base that you'll be able to customize, that you'll be able to do things in. I don't think it's going to be a general just walk into any house and do whatever you want. That's what I'm kind of gathering from it. But, you know, maybe I'll be wrong. And you know, it would be cool if they would even just give us the cleanup mod. Kadia, how you doing? It'd be cool if they gave us just a cleanup mod where we could fix cabinets, clean up the house, get rid of the floor garbage. Yep. Give us a cleanup thing, General Mom. That would be wonderful in and of itself. I'm doing good, Kadia. We got about 13 days left here in Mountain Town before we can get out of here. We're gonna head back up to the trailer and drop some stuff off. And then we're off to Hush River Valley. And we'll have 50 days in Hush River Valley, and then we'll have completed all the zones 50 days. All the major zones. Oh, the pictures, the little the things that just are there that you can't do anything with. There's a lot of things you can't remove from buildings. I mean, that would be cool, but I don't know if they're gonna do that or not. We're walking into the wind. Oh yeah, the bowls and the little spatulas and stuff on the counters. I would so love to be able to get rid of those. That would be amazing if we could. The TV in the farmhouse. Well, I don't know if they'd let us get rid of the TV, but it would be nice. Then I could use that whole little shelf there by the door to put stuff on. That would be sweet. I don't deny it, J-Car. There's been many a time I've looked at that television and just wished it into non-existence. It usually doesn't work, though. All right, there we go. I just wanted to not be freezing by the time we got up here. That way we can just sit. We don't have to sit in here. I wanted to pass the time outside, mainly because whenever you pass time outside or do an activity outside, you're sort of counteracting the time that you spent inside, and that way you can sort of mitigate ever getting cabin fever. So if you can ever do something outdoors, like sit in a cave and pass time, because I could have gone all the way to the trailer here and then warmed up, but then that would count as indoor time. And I'd rather not have that warm-up time on the indoor ledger. I'd rather have it on the outdoor ledger. I'm gonna grab one of these toolkits. And then I'm going to repair up my hacksaw. Twice. Get my hacksaw back up to 100. There we go. Grab my heavy hammer. I'm going to grind my acorns. Sounds like a very delicate grinding with a heavy hammer, but hey, what do I know? What do I know? Sound like I was just kind of just gently mashing them. I was gently mashing them. That was it. Hey, a dragon named Fox. How you doing, buddy? It's been a while. Hope you're having a good one. All right, there we go. Get the cured maple. Oh, some in my eye. Let's grab one of those. Can I throw the cured maple in here? There we go. Beautiful. Got feathers on me already. So the toolkit, I think you were asking about the toolkit before. So once you complete the 50 days in HRV, are you still going to limit your carrying capacity? No. Doing good, just on a break at work. Been a while. Yeah, it has been a while, but hey, that's cool, you know. Life always gets in the way. So the toolkit allows you, instead of an hour and a half, for 45 minutes for an arrow, which is really nice. So yeah, once I hit 50 days in all the zones, everything is on the table at that point. Nothing is off the table anymore. Because at that point, I'm going to be going back to Pleasant Valley. I'm going to be doing the Signal Void. I'll be finishing up the Signal Void tale. We still have to investigate the Signal in Hutch River Valley, but we'll be investigating the Signal Void thing in Pleasant Valley. Then we'll be going back to Forsaken Airfield. We'll be finishing that up and then going to the transfer pass to spend the rest of just basically to camp out there and wait for the new update. I can never find the damn spelunkers on my loper. Oh, I found mine in the cave between Keeper's Pass North and Keeper's Pass South. So when you exit Pleasant Valley, going for when you exit Pleasant Valley going for Black Rock, there's that Keeper's Pass North and South. I didn't map them at all, but in between those two, there's a cave that you have to travel through, and that's where I found mine. I believe there's a couple other places you can find it, but that's where I found my Storm Lantern. I'm pretty sure there's other places you can find it, though. I'm 99% sure you can find it in other spots as well. And I would imagine the wiki has information on it.
Someone's gotta go.
I'd imagine the wiki has information on it, on like possible spawn points for it. Since it doesn't have like a specific designated spawn where it only spawns, you know, like it only spawns on this spot. It's usually though in a cave. I mean, I don't think I've ever heard of it not being in a cave. I used to find it in the secluded shelf cave before they changed the spawns. I haven't found it since. Well, I'd say just keep checking the caves, because everybody that I've heard that's got one has pulled it out of a cave. So, oh, one thing we can do too. I don't need to yet, but we're gonna hang on. We're gonna hang on to this piece of fur, because the heavy hammer takes a piece of fur and a toolkit to repair the heavy hammer. And I think you get 20. I want to say you get 20% back whenever you repair it. I'm just gonna drop the rest of the wood here. Cured, and skewered. Perfect. You found yours in the cave by Eric's Falls. See, there you go. There's other places. I would just say search every cave. Because it sounds like they've basically just made it so it's like, it like spawns in all the caves now. That would be my guess, Dragon. Yeah, and Eric's Falls, that's up in, isn't that in Timberwolf Mountain? Or no, is that in Timberwolf Mountain, Eric's Falls? I want to say that's up by the bear cave up near the top there. But I'm probably wrong. Oh, it is? Okay, so that's the one up by the bear cave, up by the summit area. Okay. There's so many different places in the game anymore. It's so weird how you think back on how much this game has grown. Just since I started playing it in 2017, the game has over twice as many like major zones in it as it did back then. You know, when I started playing, there was only 6 areas in the game. 6. And so, you know, and that's the thing is for people who like, you know, are all upset that, you know, they don't like the whole idea of a paid DLC and stuff. It's like a lot of them have not played. I don't think they played the game for very long because there's now like 13, 14. Yeah, there's like 13 or 14 zones in the game now. And when I started playing, there was 6. And they gave us so much of that for free. So many of those updates, especially the zone updates, were all free updates. It was like, here, have a zone. Here, have another zone. Here, have another zone. You know, there was so much free content that they pushed out on this game that, and for years when I was playing, I was like, please, you know, give me something that I can pay for. You know, give me something to pay for. I feel guilty that they just keep giving me free stuff. And so when they offered us the DLC, it was like, yes! I want to give you things. I want to give you monies. Hey, Mr. Wolfie. There's 2 Mr. Wolfies over there. 3 Mr. Wolfies over here. Really? Really? Seriously? Wow.
The sunset. It's gonna get a lot colder.
He came over that. I was afraid of that. He came over that little hill. I was afraid that was going to happen. Check our bedroll. Check our clothing. He didn't even really hit our clothing that much. No, he was a health wolf through and through. And then he ran off with one of my arrows too. Little bastard. How close was I on those? That was pretty close. I don't know, now I want to go find the little bugger that took my arrow. Yeah, suck it, buddy. I go in for 1,000 days on this save? I don't know if I'm going to go for 1,000 days. But eventually it'll probably be to 1,000. Shooting at their feet again? Yeah, well, he can't, I was trying for his head. I was going for his head, but he came over that hill. He went up over the hill, and it went to his feet. I was like, really? And then this guy takes off with my arrow. He has no respect for the process. You said you've yet to do the signal void to save. Have you done it all? Yeah, I've done it before. Yeah, I've done it before. I haven't done all the prize. The thing was, Dragon, with this challenge, I'm not allowing myself to go zone to zone until I hit 50 days in the zone, and then I have to go to an adjacent zone that I haven't done yet. Unless there's no adjacent zones left, then I can choose a zone adjacent to another zone that I've already done. Like if I got done with Desolation Point and I went to Black Rock because that was the closest to a adjacent zone that it was one of the zones I hadn't done yet. So by the time I got to Forsaken Airfield, I'd already done my 50 days in Pleasant Valley. But I had already fixed the transmitter in Forsaken Airfield or in Forlorn Muskeg. So by the time I went to Bleak Inlet, I just went ahead and did the Bleak Inlet part, and then I've already fixed the transmitter in this zone, so that when I go to Hush River Valley, I can do that. And then after we finish up our 50 days in each zone, which is after we get done with Hush River Valley, we'll be done with it. Then I will go to Pleasant Valley again and get the signal void there, go back to Forsaken Airfield and finish it up. So. Oh, I love the HRV one too. It actually gives HRV a crafting table and makes it like viable to live there. Good Lord, look how far this wolf is going, boys and girls. Look how far he's running away from us. You dirty little dog. You're literally a dirty dog. You took my arrow and you ran. Wow. Wow. I swear to God, folks. I mean, I kind of like that the wolves don't just like run in a little area and then die. I think it's kind of cool that they don't, but at the same time, like, oh my God, getting arrows back has become so much harder nowadays. You shoot one wolf and you can spend the rest of your day just looking for your arrow. I think that's his corpse right up there on that hill. Yeah, that's his corpse right up there. That little bump, that little black bump on the hill there should not be there. There's nothing there in the game. Hello, arrow. Hello. 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 Timberwolves running off with the arrows, especially in Bleak. See, I don't find Bleak Inlet Dragon as annoying as Blackrock. Because at least in Bleak Inlet, there's like an area that you know they're gonna be in. In Blackrock, there's a lot of places they can go. You love Timberwolf more than normal wolves. Timberwolves, I like the idea of Dragon, but they're a broken mechanic. They don't function like they're supposed to. I've seen that, and we've seen that many times on this file already. They just don't work like they're supposed to. then it's not that they're trying to be tricky or anything. It's just that they're glitchy, they don't function properly, and to be honest, they're just a little broken. I wish they would fix them, but they probably won't. They need to fix the way that they interact with you. They still if they hit you, there's a second pause in your game because your game is getting a save point, and that allows another one to run in and attack you as well, which is kind of cheap in my opinion. They also, I don't like the fact that one of them can nibble you and knock all of your worn clothing, all of your outer clothing can knock it down by like 20 to 25% in one hit. That seems a little. You can get mauled. You can physically get mauled by a bear and lose less clothing condition than getting nipped once by a Timberwolf. How does that make sense? That's just dumb. But yes, Timberwolves, I believe, are a blight on society anyway. Plus, their morale meters are busted. The morale meter doesn't work like it should. It's supposed to work where you can like throw torches and stuff at them, but the morale meter doesn't work properly. It doesn't work like it should. You can throw 20 torches at them and hit them every single time, and it'll take just a little tiny chunk off of it. Makes me wonder how they choose an item in your inventory to damage. Oh, they damage it all. There is no choosing. You get hit by a Timberwolf, your outer hat, outer coat, gloves, boot, pants, and whatever's there will get damaged. And they'll usually knock them down to like 70%. They could be in the condition they're in right now and they'll lose like 20-25%. It's like, really? Okay. If you say so, game. That's why I usually just avoid them if I can. The only saving grace with Timberwolves is they're afraid of fire. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that makes them completely horrible. Is they are afraid of fire, so you got that. Unfortunately, they're also in 2 of the zones that have very little cover and are very, very windy. Well, I'm just saying, though, early game, if you're in an early game situation and torches are like the only way you can get rid of them, it just takes forever. It's not that you can't get rid of them, it just takes for freaking ever to get rid of them. You can do it. I did finally find a second Maglins, though. Which is cool. Yeah, you can use the fire-hardened arrows, but I don't really use fire-hardened arrows a whole lot, to be honest. Not later in the game, because at that point it's like I don't really need to use them, but yeah, I could see fire-hardened arrows being a thing. I mean, usually if I spawn, say, in Blackrock on Interloper, I just get out of there. I get out to Timberwolf as quick as I can. I'm like, yep, I'm done. I'm good. Bye! I tell the wolves, effity bye, and I leave. You see, that's the thing I like about, like, spawning in Ash Canyon or Hush River Valley. It's not like it's an easy spawn. It's a challenging spawn, but the game, I feel like you at least have a little bit of a chance. Because the wolves are there and stuff. Yeah, you got to deal with the wolves, but those spawns, at least you can the reward you get out of being in those zones, in my opinion, is proportionate to the pain and suffering you have to feel for you know, being in those zones, dealing with the wolves and the bears with no weapons and sometimes no bedroll. And it makes you kind of like appreciate how hard sometimes the regular wolves and the bears can be. Because you got to sneak around them, you got to fend off the wolves with the torches and the rocks. You got to just kind of make the best of your situation. With the Timberwolves, once they're on you, all you can do is try to find somewhere to go into, or try somewhere to build a fire. Most likely your torch or fire is going to get blown out, and then you're just running from them and getting nipped. And it's like, okay, whatever. But, you know, once you get a bow and arrow, it's not as bad with the Timberwolves. You just kind of got to be prepared. And by that time, you usually have some flares. And you can just walk around with a red flare, and the Timberwolves can follow you for a little while. I did kind of like how when you get into a house and the Timberwolves are on you, they'd start banging on the door. I don't know if they do that anymore. I haven't had that happen to me in a while. So I don't know if the Timberwolves bang on the door anymore. I thought that was kind of a cool thing, though. They still do, but I think the sound is broken sometimes. Yeah, because I haven't heard it, and they've actually been on me a couple of times, but I haven't heard the the sound of it at all. So that's kind of weird. Then you get back to HRV and find the fancy bow. I wish we could find the fancy bow in Hush River Valley. That would be awesome. I want to eat all the little pieces first. Leave the big uns. I think it broke when Blizzard Sounds did. Oh yeah. Well, hopefully, I was hoping that with the new patch on the game, they would fix some of those sound issues, and they did fix a bunch of stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, they fixed a bunch of bugs that have been in the game for a little while, and been a little bit on the annoying side, so that's good. I mean, but Hinterland's always been pretty decent about doing that. Are they the fastest at fixing bugs? No. But they generally get it done eventually. Well, I wish, J-Car, that we could repair the bows at level 5. Like, repair the fancy bows. Not the regular bows. But level 5, we could find the regular bow, say on Interloper, and it would be like completely damaged. You couldn't use it. It'd be ruined. But at level 5 you could restring it. Or maybe in Interloper we could find the actual bow part, but it wouldn't be strung, and at level 5 you could restring the bow with your own with guts. And you could actually utilize it then at that point. That would be kind of cool. There's a lot of stuff like that they could do in the game. But yeah, to be able to repair it, I mean, just allow us to find the bow. That would be so cool. MC! Woohoo! With the 18 months! Thank you for that. Exactly, Dragon. That's the thing. I have played so many independent games that have like been abandoned at some point or another.
Just resubscribed for 18 months. Sorry I've been AWOL, but glad to see you're still going strong at Atheenon.
Don't you worry about it, my friend. Glad to have you here. Yeah, with all the other games out there that have been abandoned over time, it's a breath of fresh air with Hinterland. You know, keeping it up. You know, they actually, you know, care about their game. They actually, you know, work on it, and it's not going to happen overnight. I mean, they've been working on this game for years now. Oh, look at that juicy 30-degree warmth bonus. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take that off. Take that off. Put that on the outside. Put that on the inside, because this one now will start having that wear down. And this one will stay protected and stay at that 6 degrees for a while. Oh yeah. Use the milling machine to make improvised hatchet knife into regular ones. I think I would definitely prefer a repair if it was actual full skill, so you can level it up and build a bow repair kit, level 5, use the crafting material, crafting recipe requirements. Yeah, something like that, Dragon, would be cool. Well, I mean, I've always advocated that at Mending 5, you should start to be able to repair very expensively, but you should have the option of repairing ruined clothing at that point. You should at least have the option of repairing the ruined clothing. You know, you wouldn't want to, I mean, skin clothing, you would never want to repair, because it's not like when you repair a clothing item, you don't get like 50, 75% repairs. You get like 30, 35 at most. And so the skin clothing, you'd never repair that if it got ruined, because it's cheaper to rip it apart and recraft it. I mean, you're going to use as many hides. If you got the hides to repair it from 0 to 100, you probably, that's going to take more hides than it would just to make it again. But regular clothing, it would be really cool if we could repair that from a ruined state to good. You know, make it expensive. And it's going to be expensive because you're going to have to make multiple repairs, but you know, we should at least be able to do that. You know, because sometimes, you know, you'll go a whole game and I mean, especially in Interloper, thermal underwear generally is pretty rare. And so I've gone on Interloper sometimes never finding a second pair of underwear until very late in the game, and by that point it's ruined. I was like, oh, that sucks. I could have had a pair of underwear if I'd got here a little bit earlier. But it'd be nice to be able to get there later and still have the chance to, you know, repair it back up again. Oh, screw the Yannis. Woo! I met this new guy named Yanni online. Very nice guy. Okay. Yeah, let's grab a little bit of reclaimed. Do you think it's worth it tryharding to keep the well-fed bonus on Interloper? Yes. I basically bad sloth from day one. From day one, I have well-fed going on. I mean, you don't get it till day 3, but I maintain full stomach from day 1 on. Now, the only time that may vary is sometimes when you start in Desolation Point, it's hard to keep the well-fed bonus, because Desolation Point is like one of the only starting zones in Interloper that does not have some form of cattails in the zone. And you won't actually get cattails until you get to Coastal Highway. So you got to go from Desolation to Crumbling to Coastal and then to the river just to get cattails. And so cattails are the cattails are your main food source in Interloper early to maintain that well-fed bonus. But I think it's totally worth it, because by day 3, then you have 5 extra kilos. And you're good to go. And really, that and the teas, you want to pick up every rose hip, every mushroom. You want to pick every single one up, craft them into teas, and brew those up, because you can drink early game, you can drink the teas down to 0.01, and then you can keep these teas at 0.01 until the late game. See, like, you can take, say, like this tea here. Like, I have a large one on me right now that I'll drink down. You got this tea here. You drink it, and you get to right about here, and stop. And now it's a 0.01, and it only has 14 calories in it, but it only weighs 0.01, and it will still act as a painkiller when you drink it. So if you do that early in the game, you can also get, you know, like 90, 95 calories, or about 90 calories per tea. Because I think early in the game, the teas, they craft up to 100 calories. So you can use that to keep yourself well fed as well. The cattails are very important. Yeah, you have and that, yeah, it is very lightweight medicine. It's actually lighter weight. Well, and it never goes bad. I think that's the other thing, is that the teas never go bad. Painkillers and antibiotics will eventually decay to 0, and then you can't use them after that. And the teas never go bad, and that gives you a nice lightweight antibiotic and painkiller to go. So, I honestly, Athena, felt like it would be more balanced to craft leather patch kits out of furs and guts, and the better the fur, the more patch kits you get to prevent the recraft thing that we end up doing now. Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things they could do, I think, Dragon, with regards to making certain crafting aspects of the game better. But you also have to remember that the Long Dark is not a crafting survival game, and it never will be. There's a lot of ideas with cooking, with mending, and all that sort of stuff that I would love to see in the game. But the Long Dark is not a crafting survival game. And it never will be. I mean, they have no plans to, I think, do that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe down the road they will give us some crafty survival stuff. It's never been the main focus of the game. You know, they've given us all those cooking recipes and stuff, and the new cooking is nice, but it doesn't change the way I play my game very much. I mean, I've always thought that we should be able to take pelts that we have that are dried and turn them into some sort of leather scrap. Like, you know, have a deer hide turn into maybe like 3 pieces of dried of leather. Have 2 rabbit hides turn into a leather, you know, something like that. So it could be coming down the road. You never know. I don't think they're going to, but I know they're not going to with what they're doing right now. But who knows? Maybe down the road they will work on it and give us an update on clothing maintenance. I think their push is going to be more towards giving us different clothing options than working on the existing system and updating it. I think Safe House customization, Dragon, is going to be a big wah. That's my feeling. I think people are going to be severely underwhelmed when it actually comes out. Because I think right now people think, oh, I'm going to be able to walk into any house, customize it as much as I want, put shelves up, put containers down, clean the whole thing up. I don't think that's how it's going to work. I don't think so. I think it's going to be more of I think it's going to be more we're going to have a set like place, maybe in 2 zones or 3 zones that we can have a building that we can do some stuff in. But I hope I'm completely wrong. I mean, I hope we can go into any house and fix it up. I just want to clean up the place as a baseline. I'm really hopeful for whatever Hinterland's next project is with all they've learned with the Long Dark. I know that's. I think for me, J-Car, I think for me that's the most exciting thing too. Is I think Hinterland has learned so much from making the Long Dark into what it is today that whatever project they're working on next is going to be pretty damn cool, because they're going to take all the stuff they've learned from Long Dark and they're going to put that into a new project that is going to just be, I think it's going to be really neat. And I think we'll probably get more of a more of a, I think we'll probably get more of a complete game at the get-go than we got with Long Dark. It's not going to be so much... I think it's going to be released in a different form. Do we have a goal for this run? Oh, this is our 50 days in every zone run. We're living... We have to live for 50 days in every zone. And so far, starting on this run, we started in Ash Canyon. We lived for 50 days there. We then moved on to Timberwolf Mountain and lived for 50 days there. Both of those... And then we moved to Pleasant Valley and we found our bedroll and lived for 50 days there. Then we went to Coastal Highway and lived for 50 days there. Then we finally got to Desolation Point after day 200 and did our forge run, crafted up our bow, our arrows, and that sort of stuff. And then we went over to Black Rock and lived for 50 days there. And then we went to Mystery Lake and lived for 50 days. Then to Forsaken Airfield, or Forlorn Muskeg. Then to Broken Railroad. Then to Forsaken Airfield. Back around to Bleak Inlet. We're now in Milton, and we got 38 days in Milton. We got 12 days left to go, and then we got 50 days to spend in Hush River Valley. And we'll be done with it. We'll be done with the challenge. It's taken us 610 days to do that. Because there's been some days that we've, had to travel. Like, you can see we have 51 days in Forlorn and Coastal Highway because we had to travel back through there to get to other zones. But our goal was to baseline get 50 days. And once we hit 50 days, we have to leave the zone. I cannot hunt, fish, or gather anything other than sticks in zones that I've already been in. So zones I've already been in, if I'm passing through them to get to other zones, I can't hunt, fish, pick up sticks, or I can't hunt, fish, or pick up any items that I've left in that zone or find in that zone. All I can pick up is sticks, and I can build fires and sleep if I want, but I can't do any other activities in there. Will I hit 100k days on this one? It'll probably be right under 700 days by the time we get done. Can't beachcomb in them either, which doesn't matter. We're gonna be done here. Once we get done with Hush River Valley, all the rules are gone. So, and when we go from zone to zone, we can't be carrying more than our max carry weight. So I can't like load up to 70 kilos, step over the zone line, and drop a whole bunch of stuff. I have to be below my max carry weight. Cannot use pies or anything to get my max carry weight up either. It has to be my normal max carry weight is my max that I can take from zone to zone. So 45 kilos is essentially what I can take from zone to zone. Yeah, no food buffs either. Hey Weevil, how you doing? Yep, no freedom till we're done with HRV. No sleep till Hush River Valley. But that's sort of that was the initial sort of whole idea behind the run. And we've done pretty good. I mean, we've had some close calls. We had some close calls. We had a close call going into Black Rock where we almost died from a wolf. We got lost in Forsaken Airfield in a blizzard and almost died. There's been a few rather hairy incidences along the way. So, you gotta get back to work. All right, Dragon, have a good one, my friend. Take care, buddy. Thanks for coming by. But Weevil in a Dream, I hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good for you. There we go. There we go. Really? I thought... Really? Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. You have a good one too. I'll try to make it ever stop. Don't worry about it, Dragon. I appreciate having you here whenever you can be, but life is always the most important thing out there, so. There's a weird noise. Hey, Faith, how you doing? Hello, hello. Sound like an airplane going over.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Starting an HRV in 50 days here is very hard. Yes, there's certain zones that are definitely going to be tougher than others to survive 50 days in. Hush River Valley, and after I get done with the 50 days per zone, and get done with the Signal Void Tail, and park my character in the Transfer Pass, we're going to start up a couple new runs where we're going to be trying to live for 25 days in some of the harder zones, specifically Hush River Valley, Black Rock, Desolation Point. You know, some of the zones that we failed on before. Forlorn Muskeg. So we'll be trying to live for 50 days in some of those, and I think that's going to be, or not 50, 25 days in some of those, because really, once you get past day 25, it kind of becomes repetitious. If you haven't done it by day 25, you're probably not going to be able to last to 50. Because I found that 50 days is almost too long in some zones. You said hi when it came in, but chat was hopping. Chat does that sometimes, but hi, Faith. It's always good to see you. So we're going to be trying 25 days in several of the other interloper start zones. We won't be doing Pleasant Valley. We won't be doing Ash Canyon because we've already done, well, we did Ash Canyon on this run, and before this we did our 100 days in Pleasant Valley. And the 100 days in Pleasant Valley was very interesting. Is it possible to live 50 days in small intermediate zones? Once you have gear, yeah, you can. It's just boring as hell. And there's not much that goes on. I mean, living for say 50 days in Crumbling Highway or the Ravine or Winding River, it'd be more boring than anything else. Because there's just nothing to do there. I'm on my phone, it's not super chatty. Oh. Because you know I don't text. Yes, exactly. So it's not impossible to live in those zones. It's just very non-entertaining. It's not very good content for a stream. Let's just put it that way. It's sort of like my Dyson Sphere program. I have that huge Dyson Sphere being built in the Leonis Menorah system. It's now almost to 6 terawatts. It's almost complete, but it's taken like 40 hours. Taken like 40 hours to get that done. And that'd just be 40 hours of us sitting around watching the screen. You know, the trick to living in the ravine for that long, not too shabby, is just you'd starve yourself and you would wait for birch bark to respawn. You can live off birch bark teas. Kimiota actually did that in that zone. He did a birch bark tea run where he just lived in the ravine off birch bark tea. And you would also trap a bunch of rabbits too. You'd kill all the rabbits you could. You try to, I mean, if you had the tools, you could try to take out the deer as well. Because there's usually 3 to 4 deer in that zone too. So there's a bunch of things you could do in that zone that would increase your odds of survival. Let's put it that way. All right, we're gonna do. Oh my! Take that extra bow out. Take my tees out. Take my tinder plugs out. I really want to put the metal in there. There we go. Got that's only 5 kilos that it can hold in that. All right, let's put the tinder plugs in here instead. Put this extra bow in here for right now. You notice our bows are, I was doing two bows, like have a backup bow, But my bows are wearing down so slowly now because we're not really shooting at anything. That's the thing is like, yeah, I always tell people, you know, it seems like your bows wear down really fast in the game, but honestly, as the game progresses on, your bows wear down slower and slower and slower because you aren't hunting as much, you aren't shooting as many things. There's not as much that you need to really go after later in the game. Okay, I got 50 cloth in there. That's awesome. I don't even really need the charcoal on me right now. It's just extra weight. I'll throw a couple of these teas in there. Got a couple more cedar on me. With traps and rocks, you could be rolling in rabbit fur. Oh gosh, yeah. In the ravine, there's so many rabbits. There's like 1, 2, 3, there's like 4 different rabbit spots I can think of. Tons of rabbits in that zone to hunt. Wow, we have 153 matches. I think we can actually leave some matches behind at this point. Because we're carrying 1.28 kilos of matches. Let's transfer them all. And then I'm going to take back, like, 48. Let's take back 50. Yeah, we're just going to leave 100 behind. We still have the Fire Striker and the Mag Lens, so we aren't hurting on those at all. I still have lots of fishing hooks, which is nice. We're only at 35 kilos right now, too. I'm going to make another bandage up. Well, you know, Mr. Sun Tzu, we only have... If this was any other point in the game, I would not do it. But we only have 12 days left here. Is it 12 or 13? We have 12 days left here. And we've got 50 days in Hush River Valley. And that's it. There's nothing after that. So, we're going to be leaving behind actually quite a bit of gear here. We're going to leave behind the pry bar. We're going to leave our hacksaw here. We're going to leave a bunch of stuff here because I know we'll get a hacksaw, a pry bar, and a heavy hammer in Hush River Valley. On Loper, can you find an axe in Hush River Valley? No, you cannot. There's no... You have to take the axe with you. Or your hatchet with you if you want it. So there's stuff we'll leave behind for sure. I'm just kind of thinking about what we're gonna do here. So yeah, because we have to load up with cloth going into Hush River Valley. Because Hush River Valley does not have a lot of cloth. Fishing is possible on some intermediate zones. That is true, Sasha. That is very true. I don't think you can fish in the ravine, but I believe you can fish in the winding river. Monolith Lake you can fish on. Yep, you can fish on Monolith Lake. You can fish in the Milton Basin. I might actually, you know what I might actually do? Here's an idea. We could make some fish tip-ups, and we could take fish tip-ups to Monolith Lake and just put those out. Because the fish tip-up, it only weighs, I think, what, 1/3 of a kilo, basically? So, yeah, we can do that in Monolith Lake, and that way we will have ourselves a little bit of chance of getting some fish there, too. And fishing's always good to get oil. Yep, getting oil is always a very important part of fishing. Yeah, now that you can actually break holes in the ice, and even if all you're gonna do is break a hole in the ice and put down a fish tip up, you can at least have a passive form of fishing going on. Even if you can't get a place where you can, like, you know, sit there by the hole and actually fish. I mean, of course, that's the ultimate goal, is to be able to actually sit there and fish. But if you can't do that, the fish tip-up is the next best thing, and it does yield results. It does yield pretty good results. Now, to be honest, I've never really noticed a huge benefit to using the bait or the lures. I mean, yeah, it gives you the chance to get like the burdock, or not burdock, whatever that big old fish is, the big boy. I can't remember what his name is. It starts with a B, but it gives you a chance to get him. But it is the burdock. Okay. It gives you a chance to get him, but at the same time, you can catch fish. You can catch fish with the regular tip-ups and without anything else. So I don't know. The fishing gear and stuff, it seems kind of meh. You can make it if you want to, though. I mean, we could actually go make some lures, because we could make the wire lure. All we need is crow feathers, scrap metal, and wires. Well, they work okay. They give you a better chance. So basically, the lures, from what I found, they give you a better chance to catch the special fish. Now, special fish can be anything from the stupid golden eyes up to the burdocks. And the golden eyes are kind of a waste of a fish, and if your fish tip-up breaks, you lose the lure as well. So there's a chance that you can lose the lure, and the lures are not, the lures are something you can't just throw together real quick. You have to make them at a crafting table. You have to have certain things to make them with. One of the lures, you have to have revolver shells or revolver casings, which we don't even have. So the only two that we can make are a regular lure, an acorn lure, or the wire lure. Those are our three options. And you have a chance of losing those if your fish line breaks. So it's kind of like, okay, well, I guess you can make them and use them till you lose them, but there's no guarantee. It's not like I've not found there's any lure. I've tried using all the lures, and it doesn't seem like there's a lure that specifically catches certain types of fish. Like, there's not a lure that catches, in my opinion, that I found that catches the burdock better than catching goldeneye. And I find a lot of times when I use the lure, I just get a goldeneye, which is a worse fish, in my opinion, than just catching a whitefish or a trout or a bass. I mean, it's kind of a cool looking little fish, but it's not usually that big. A couple 100 calories at most. Woo, it is cold outside. Yeah, the goldeneye is just bait. Exactly.
Find some place to escape this cold.
And even then, you rip a goldeneye apart, you maybe get like 2 or 3 pieces of bait. Can you set more than one tip up? Oh yeah, you can. You can set up multiple tip ups. Although they said in the dev diary that the more that you have in a location, the worse you'll fish. They won't fish as well.
Just want to lay down for a bit.
I only have a spark plug. Well, boo! I thought I had wires here. Boo! Hey, Christine, how you doing? Well, that makes me sad. Look at all these books. Look at all these books just laying around. People just leaving their reading materials out. I have Hilky, I have a very nice stash of stuff here. We got crackers, we got peaches, potatoes, carrots. We got some more tins of coffee. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna take a tin of coffee with me. Any wires at the farmhouse? There might be. I even have some broth here. I've got a whole bunch of cooking oil here. Actually, I think I'll take my 10 spoons of cooking oil. I'm gonna take one of my bags of flour. One of my oats with me. I'm gonna leave all that stuff. See, for coastal fish cakes, all we need is the trout and the potatoes. Prepper's pie, I just need the burdock root, acorn grounds, and reishi mushrooms, which I have all that. I could actually make Prepper's pie with what I have. I can actually make a couple of them. I can make 2 Prepper's pie with what I have right now, if I wanted to. And I can make venison, rabbit, and ptarmigan pie. Lily's pancakes I don't have the syrup for. Dock workers I have the potatoes for it, but it's like I don't have the fish. I don't have rockfish. Rockfish, baby, yeah! Woo! Thompson's family stew. I don't have enough carrots. I have the taters, but not enough carrots. I have no canned corn. I don't have the maple syrup for that. The Ranger stew, I could possibly make one of those, but do the prepared meals smell? That's the other problem. Yep. They sure do. Now, Prepper's pie does not smell because it has no meat in it. Pretty much anything you make with meat, it will have a smell to it. Are rockfish only a seacoast fish? I don't know. I don't know if they're a seacoast fish only. They are, Shabby? Okay, so they are. There you go. There's your answer. Yes, they are. Well, I say we have time. So let's go back down to the farmhouse, see if we have some wires down there. You sure you want to leave the hacksaw before you get to the next zone with the condition of knife and hatchet? You'll need to use it for every harvest wood or sapling here and there. Well, Faith, I'm taking a tool repair kit with me when I go to HRV. I'm gonna take a tool repair kit with me. I'm gonna take a couple pieces of metal with me, and then there's metal in HRV, especially once we find the Prepper's cache and the actual signal void cache. There's plenty of metal in them, so we'll be able to repair the hacksaw we find in Hush River Valley, no matter what. So yeah, leaving the hacksaw behind won't be a big deal. It won't be a big deal. I'll be able to repair any hacksaw that we find once we get there. I just restarted building my bases. Forgot how much time it takes. Oh, stashing them outside the cabinets, that's a great idea. Yeah, I always stash... Yeah, I try to stash them outside the cabinets for sure. Are there any achievements for crafting everything and cooking all the recipes? No, they've not added any new achievements on Steam since the... I think since Chapter 4. I don't think there's even achievements that deal with Signal Void or anything. At least I can't remember if there are any. If there are, I've already done them. I mean, there's an achievement for having all of your clothing at 100%. Which is actually a lot harder than it sounds, because if your clothing's all needing to be repaired, it takes a while to get them all to 100%, because a lot of times the clothing will get ruined by the time you repair one thing, the other things are needing to be repaired again.
Can't feel my feet.
There we go. That was the shot I was looking for. We finally got the range on him. Finally got the range on him there. It was tough getting the range on him though. He was pretty far out there, so. But that was a wolf on the run as well. Hey, Meow, how you doing? He's a wolfie on the run. Wolfie on the run. Let's see, did I leave any wires here? No, I don't see any. There we go. That was the shot I was looking for. That was the shot I was looking for. There we go. Beautiful. Hello, I'm good. Nice. I'm glad you're doing well. Let's see if we have any of those wires in here. Oh, it says it's empty. Well, that makes me sad. That makes me very sad. Do we have anything we left here? Oh, we left a pot and a pan and that here. Okay. This sack of potatoes is empty. Make sure we didn't miss anything else in here. Boop, 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 boop. All right, everything's done. I'm just gonna leave that open so I remember it. Very nice shot. Nothing in there. I think I left something in here. Oh, it was tinder plugs. I knew I had left something behind. I just couldn't remember what it was. And it was tinder plugs. And it was tinder plugs. Oh, we do have a little bit of wood here. I'm gonna kind of leave this here though, because honestly, once we get done with the 50 days in Hutch River Valley, we're most likely gonna come back down this way, go into the Milton Basin, and then we're gonna continue on from there. Actually, we could go back to the Milton Basin right now. Maybe I have something down there. You know, I took everything out of the trash cans, to be honest. I took everything out of the trash cans. Isn't that crazy? There's our wolf shot. There's our wolfie on the run there. He's wolfie on the run. That sounded important. What was that? Don't miss my first story on Twitch. Oh. Lots of people are putting up stories on Twitch, boys and girls. They're putting up, a lot of people are putting up their stories on Twitch, which is kind of interesting. It's interesting that it's interesting that you can put the stories up on Twitch. What is going on? There we go. I keep my wires too. Wish I had a secondary use for the fuses. Yeah, I wish the fuses had a secondary use too. Yeah, I don't have anything in there. I've got this grow well that I'm never gonna use. Okay, let's go down to the Milton Basin and see what we got. I keep wanting you to use the hooks by the door to unlock something in 7 days. So I can unlock a secret door in the game. Yes, indeed. By the way, for those of you who are members over on the YouTube side, we have daily episodes of Witcher 3 going up there. Our 100th episode will be dropping, I believe, tomorrow in that series. I've been slowly adding some of them to everybody's queue, but we're only up to like episode 23 or 24, something like that. But as of tomorrow, yeah, if you're a YouTube member over on the YouTube side, that is the exclusive content you get over there. We've been playing through Witcher 3, and yeah, I believe tomorrow will be episode 100. I'm pretty sure. Really? Hold on a second. Really? Wow. That's so weird. I was trying to get on YouTube just to look at when that episode was going to hit, and it's like, you need to verify. Probably because I haven't logged onto YouTube on the other computer for a while. I was just trying to get on there to see what episode it was up to. Do. Yep, so tomorrow will be episode 100. We'll be up to episode 100. So if you haven't subbed on if you haven't gotten a membership on YouTube yet, think about doing it. It's only $3 on YouTube to get a membership to the channel. So, and you get some cool emotes you can use during our live streams on Saturday and Sunday morning, as well as some exclusive content. So, and early access to other things too. So that's always spiffy. We're just gonna warm up here for a second, get some of our energy back. We can still climb, right? I'm gonna leave. Now I'm gonna take the sticks with me. There we go. All right, and we're back in the basin. I'm gonna pick up a bunch of sticks as we go here, because why not? It's nice and warm out. Might even take down a cedar and leave it down here. It's so nice and toasty. Nice, I'm just cruising through the rest of my week. I'm taking Friday, next Wednesday off, and now we'll have more entertainment. Well, there you go. He's very tired, okay? Well, he's a tired puppy. Life is exhausting for him sometimes. Maybe we'll find a couple more birch bark down here, too. There's one. All I need is another one. There's one. All I need is one more. I can have another birch bark tea. Well, you know also, General Mom, that there will be the, when the new story part comes out, when the new Tales part comes out, there may be another use for the fuses and the wires as well. You never know. They could do something where the fuses and the wires have another function with the new Signal Void tale. So that's always a possibility as well. Let's go visit Secret Tree. Who's not seen Secret Tree? Oh, let's go see Secret Tree, boys and girls. See, there's a cliff there. See that cliff wall there? Well, there's a special secret thing that hides inside the cliff. And we call it Secret Tree. Secret Tree. Secret Tree. Secret Tree. Secret Tree. Secret Tree. Ooh-ah. Ooh-ah. Oh, yeah. Tell us your secret, Secret Tree. Think there'll be a transmitter in the new zone? Possibly. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't put one in the new zone. Let's just put it that way. And we have a moose hide cured down here. So yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't add one to the new zone. I think it totally makes sense that there'll be one in the new zone. But you know, what do I know? What do I know? I'm just some weirdo. So, back in the day, back when Milton was first being born, this cave started about here. This cave started in this area right here. And then the cave only went back to about this far. And then there was a cliff that you had to climb up to. And there was a shelf right over this rock. And this was like the back of the cave here. There's a shelf over this rock that you could sit on that wasn't cold. But the cave was not that deep. And you see this area, you see sort of this line of demarcation here? This is generally where the cave started, was right in here. And this area out here, the cave started like right in this area here. So you see that line there? So the cave used to be shorter and it used to not be as deep. And then when they did an update, they changed the cave around and they added this whole front section to the cave, but they never removed the tree that was out in front of the thing and the snow that was out in front of it. They just covered it up with rocks. But there's a place where you can glitch through the rock and get into it. and so since they expanded the cave and changed it, if that glitch in the rock was not there, you'd never be able to get through it or anything. But they've changed the cave around and they left a hole that we can get through. I don't know how far. Yeah, it's only right there. The only way I found it is one time there was a wolf on the ice and I was backing up from him trying to get into the cave, and I slipped into. I didn't get into the cave. I went past the entrance, and I physically backed into this, and I was like, wait a second, where the hell am I? And I started looking around. I was like, what the heck's going on? The one nice thing about this, though, is you can put a fire here. You can also put a snow shelter in here, and this is all covered by wind. There's no, or it's all protected from the wind. The Dark Walker can get you in here. The wolves cannot. They get confused. Secret happy tree. It's a secret happy tree. It is. And I hope they honestly, I hope they never remove it from the game. It's one of the biggest joys of the game, is being able to go see Secret Tree.
Not sure why I feel so tired.
Why do you feel tired? Because you're probably getting tired, buddy. I got news for you. It means you're tired. It means you've had a long, full day and you're exhausted.
Might have to drop some gear.
Shh. Because we grabbed some fur and we grabbed some cedar.
Better find some.
And you know what time it is, boys and girls. What time is it? You can look tired, but you can't smell tired. J Car knows what time it is. How you doing, Zoopy? For those of you who've never been here before, now is a very special time. It's a very special time, my friends. It's a special time for all of us. It's a time where we reflect, where we, you know, think about life, the universe, and everything. We drop some sticks. We move a moose hide. We pick up our stones that we've kind of had hanging around for a while. And we really didn't know what we were going to do with. Well, we kind of knew what we were going to do with them. We drop the coal.
Too heavy.
Shh. Shh. And we make ourselves a friend. We have a friend. He's a very nice chap.
No power in the verse can stop me.
He's a very happy chap who likes to stay in our cave and guard it from all the nasty wolves and bears that try to eat our face. Like for me, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that very much. We made our Wilson. Isn't he a happy fella? Look at him. He's just so here. We'll even give him a little can. You can have a can, buddy. You can stand on the moose hide. You got a little rug under your feet now. Stickman is real, boys and girls. Stickman is real. He's my friend. Don't shame me for having a Stickman for a friend. He's even got a wooden leg. No, really, he has a real, like, wooden leg. Give him a little food too. You know, we don't want him to go hungry. Will, you just need to chill out. You need to chill out, bud. Give him a little food. There we go. We'll just lay down next to Stickman. He toasts to my success. Yes, he does. He goes, "Cheers, Atheenon. You shall do well. Should do well, my friend." I go, "Thank you." All right, let's get some sleep. Yeah, this is what 600 days in Interloper looks like. Okay, you start building things because you're like, okay, what do I do now? I can't move on from this zone for another. How many days? For another 10 days. I can't leave Mountain Town for 10 more days. So what else are we supposed to do? We make a man made of sticks, and we name him our friend. That's what we do. Now make a kitty. That would be tough. I've made a whole stick family before. I made Mrs. Stick, Mr. Stick, and Baby Stick. In this very cave, as a matter of fact. We even asked them on hunting advice for getting the moose. We did. There's a clip up on YouTube of it, as a matter of fact. There's a clip here on the channel of it, too, but there's a YouTube short up there of it. But bye-bye, Stickman. We loved you. Let's say bye-bye to Secret Tree, too. Secret Tree. Bye-bye, Secret Tree. Secret Tree. Secret Tree. Ooh-ha-ha. 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 Bye-bye, Secret Tree. See, there's no tree there. It's secret. Shh. Don't tell Hinterland about it. They'll take it away from us. We don't want them to take it away. Bippity boppity boo. Let's go. I showed that clip short to my youngest, and we discussed it. Sanity. Sanity and insanity. Hey, I was completely sane when I made that clip. I had a lucid moment. They don't happen very often. Usually I'm a little insane, so. Only 2 arrow down temps right now. That's not too bad for early morning. It's only negative 16. It's pretty decent. I actually made a, I made signs on Monolith Lake with cattails before, yeah. A big SOS symbol on the lake ice next. What 600 plus days done to the body, the mind, and the soul. Hey, we just passed day, what is it? 612. And we've got 40 days in Mountain Town. We only got 10 more days in Mountain Town to go. And then we're on to Hush River Valley for our final 50 days. And then the gloves come off. And we're allowed anything in the game. Put on my crampons. Cramp on. Cramp off. Cramp on, cramp off. The clapper. Or the cramper. One way or the other. Make an extraction point with the big SOS. The hardest thing about the SOS is you can build it, but it's hard to get a good view of it most of the time. I found Monolith Lake was the best one. I was able to make a big... I got over 100 cattails, so I made a big number 100 with all my cattails. That was fun. And I've done stuff like SOS signs before. It just takes time and dedication. And you have to choose your building material. You know, what's going to be seen from the sky. I know you are, buddy. I know you are. It's going to be okay. Hush River Valley is going to take some time. We got to go hunt the moose in Hush River. We got a couple of bears to hunt in Hush River Valley. There's a lot of stuff to do in HRV. HRV has got, we're going to do some fishing in Hush River Valley. We got to go out during an aurora and hit the hidden cache and get that done. We've got to travel up and get the other, we got to go to the other preppers cache in Hush River Valley as well. We've got to go to the smoke signal. There's a ton of stuff to do in an HRV. Hey, James, how you doing? But we'll probably have some days at the end where we'll be bored out of our skull. You're heading to bed? Oh, nighttime in Finland. We'll like from you. Have a good one. Take care. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for the follow. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. And don't forget, on Saturday and Sunday mornings, 8 a.m., 11 Eastern, we are on the YouTube side, streaming Long Dark. And you can come check us out there as well, and check out the YouTube channel. This entire run and all the other content is all up there on YouTube for your viewing pleasure. I did the major stuff in 9 days, but yeah, I need my bow. Gotta go back. Yeah, you can run around in Hush River Valley in 9-10 days and get most of the major landmarks explored. There's a couple places that are a little harder to get to, like the bottom valley is kind of hard to do because you can't go, before you get your hatchet, you can't go out both sides. You can only go in and out on one side, and so you can kind of get stuck down there. There's a wolf over there. Right over. You see him there on the hill? Going up the hill from left to right. It's kind of hard to see.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
Hello, Mr. Wolfie. I know you probably want to eat me today. I think he smelled me. Yep, he sensed me. See how he changes? It changed the way he went because he sensed me. He doesn't. He's not locked on to me yet, but he knows I'm over here. There we go. He knew I was over here. He was like, I'm gonna go look over here. I think there might be somebody over there. And sure enough, there was. I told him to bite me, sucker. I never looked inside there. That is one of the places you can find the key for the house. The other one is in the truck. There's one in the barn. And then there's one behind the house. There'll be a body behind the house that'll sometimes have the key on it as well. So those are sort of your spots to look for. Okay. Yum, yum. I don't think we have any water in here, to be honest. I don't think we do. No, we don't have any water in here. You know, I'm gonna actually, let's see, do I have any, what kind of fuel do I have right now? I got some sticks. Let's throw the tinder plug in the, in there. Let's just make some quick water. Actually, you know what we could do? I thought of it right as I looked over at chat and saw your suggestion. Yes, we can make a Maglens fire outside and then take it inside. Yep, I thought of it. Great minds think alike, J-Car. I was like, oh, yeah. I'll make a Maglens fire outside.
That's done.
There we go. Free fire. And then we just go in here and make another fire. Now, the cool thing is, if your fire skill is low, this would count as 2 fire starts. So you get 2 skill up points for that. I thought I was banned. It wouldn't let me send messages. Well, that's not good. Well, you're not banned, I can guarantee you that. All right, there we go. What's down the rope by the farm? That's the Milton Basin down there. So here's the farm right. Here's the farm here. You go down these ropes. It's a 2-rope climb, and then there's a cave down on the second level between them, and then once you get down to the Milton Basin, that leads to Forlorn Muskeg. And there's a cave down there, and the hermit's cabin, the broken hermit's cabin, which has a stove in it. And the moose can also be down there, too. How long till we finish the challenge? We have less than 10 days in this zone left. And then we have... And then we have 50 days in Hush River Valley, and that's it. So not a whole lot of time left. We got under 75 days, under 60 days for this challenge to be over. I think now, are we down to 9 days in here? No, we're still at 10, so we got 60 days left. So, because once we get done, we're gonna be heading straight out of this zone into Hush River Valley. So yeah, we're almost done. We are like right there. Yeah, it is getting on the tail end. No, we're gonna after we get done, we're going to basically Then work on getting the Signal Void mission done. We're going to get back, of course, to Forsaken Airfield, and then we'll go to Transfer Pass, and we'll just camp out in the Transfer Pass and wait for the new update to occur before we try this character again. Really? I didn't have enough time to cook that. That is odd. Okay, well. That is disappointing. Fine. Be that way. So yep, the run will continue on. So yeah, this guy will sort of be my new go-to. We'll see if we can get above 826 days. We'll see if that can actually happen. You never know. He might. He might become the official Will Eggy McKenzie. Right now he's kind of a Will Jr. in a way. And we sort of ask ourselves, will he or will he not? Oh, that's the wolf I killed. That one hurt? Yes. Can be a little rough with those rope climbs, especially without crampons. Rope climbs can be a kind of a pain in the butt, but it's not. As long as you're rested, that's the main thing. Is you just need to be rested before you try the rope climbs. The more tired you are, the slower you're going to climb up the rope, and the longer you'll be on the rope, so your exhaustion meter will get used up more. You want to have your this almost full when you start climbing, because it'll accelerate your climb, hence you'll lose less stamina, and you'll also not exhaust yourself as much, because the more tired you are, the slower you climb, and the more your exhaustion meter gets used up as well. So it kind of compounds it when you're tired and trying to climb. Carry capacity also affects, yep, it also affects it. The heavier you are, the slower you'll climb as well. Although sometimes you have no choice. Hello, Mr. Deer. Would you like to be my friend? Oh, he saw me. Come back here, I just want to be your friend. Can't we be buddies? We could hang out, we could go get a beer sometime. No. He doesn't like me, boys and girls. He doesn't want to be my friend. Oh, God. Like, what the heck is that? It's a doe. It's a doe, a deer. A female deer. Away, a cup of golden sun. Wolf, a name I call myself. Anyway, we won't go down the Sound of Music track. Go down to the base is pretty easy once you know it, but doesn't help if you help you climb up. For Mystery Lake, you can skip all the ropes if you need to. Yeah, you can, but I usually don't try. I don't usually prescribe to that. I usually just rope it up and down. I like hanging in those zones for a little bit. Oh, look at our little friends. Our little friends are just laying here still. They're like, eh. Are you really gonna tee this up for me, Mr. Deer? Are you gonna really do this for me? Gonna go right up to the hut where I want you? Probably not. He'll probably run back towards me this time. Oh no, he ran away from me again. Now he's just asking for it. I don't usually say the animals are asking for it, but this one is kind of asking for it now. Really? No. You butt of a deer. It wasn't that cold out, so I let him plop. When I was at Ash Canyon, did I find the prepper cache there? Yes, I did. Hey, he died right behind the shelter here, which is kind of nice. You could probably harvest him up. But yes, we did get the Ash Canyon prepper cache. From the Climber's Cave, you have to go out from the Climber's Cave to the right. You have to jump over the little cliff area. There was nothing good there, unfortunately. You have to jump over the little cliff area, and then you have to kind of work your way up into the mountain a little bit before you get to it. It's not a super easy one to get to, but it's not too bad. You can use it as a a spot to rest before you go into Timberwolf Mountain if you want to. Is there a prepper cache in Mystery Lake? Yes, there is. And that one I actually have on a map, so hold on one second. Excuse me? That one I actually have on a map, so hold on one second. Let me get this deer meat back up here, and then I'll show you where it is on the map. That I did not map out the one in Ash Canyon because I was cold, hungry, tired, didn't have much gear. It was the zone we started in, so we didn't get much of a chance to map it out. I'm thinking of making this like a mapping character as well later on. Maybe we'll revisit some of the zones and finish mapping them up so that we get all these stuffed mapped. Actually, I could probably take all that inside. So the map in Mystery Lake, it shows us that it's right there. Prepper cache. So there's the lake house, the camp office. There is the shacks along the lake. There's that rope that you climb up, and then it sits up on top of a hill, sort of between that rope, Dave's quiet clearing, and this cave over here. If you come up to this area from taking the lake trail and come up Dave's quiet clearing, it's right up above Dave's quiet clearing. If you can kind of work your way up there, there's that little shortcut you can use, and it's right there. So it's really easy to find. It's actually pretty nice too. So we're just gonna use our hands because I don't have to sharpen those up. I'll warn you about the prepper's pie though. I don't know if they fixed it, but the prepper's pie was glitching on us for a while, and if it goes to 0, you can't. You get a error code trying to zone in or zone out of places. I already had that happen on this file, and it had to restart a couple things. I had to like exit out and go back to my save point, which was kind of a pain in the butt. So just be careful with the prepper's pie. It has this weird thing of glitching you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's gonna. They'll be empty, but hey, it's nice to at least go visit them. Ow, something bit me on the nose. It feels like my nose is like itchy. I got like a little tiny bump on my nose. I think I got bit by a bug. Hello, door. We can do some cooking tomorrow. All right. Get our sleep on. Ooh. That was weird. It like turned off and then it turned back on, then it turned back off again. That was odd. Oh, I still have that hide on me, don't I? Yes, I do. Drop that. All right, let's drop. So let's see. What does it take to make the prepper's pie? Because we're gonna make a couple of them. So I only need 2 of my acorn grounds, and I can drop 6 acorn grounds and 1 of my burdock roots in the hole here. I can also drop those. Did I just put my bow in there? No, I put one of those in there. Okay, so. Oh, really? It's full. Okay. All of my stuff is, like, full. There we go. Let's put our feathers in here, too. Oh, God, and it's even full. Alrighty, then. Good Lord. I guess there's worse problems you can have than having too much stuff, right? We'll craft up our arrow again. First world problems. That's what I have, boys and girls, is first world problems. I've got too much stuff, man. Too much stuff. Jeez Louise. The nice thing about the arrows at 1%, General Mom, is I know no wolf will run off with that one. I actually like... there is a trick you can use if you're running low on feathers. If you break down an arrow before it gets to 0, you'll get all 3 feathers and your arrowhead back. You only get 2 feathers and an arrowhead if the arrow is broken. The nice thing about low percentage arrows, though, is that you know they're going to break on contact. And so that arrow, once I fire it at my target, it will just auto-break when it gets there. And so it's kind of nice to have those arrows on you, because then nothing can run off with them. No nasty animal's gonna run off with my damn arrow. Little buggers. Swear to God. Swear to God, those little buggers, they like to run off with my stuff. Alright, well, it looks like a beautiful day out. A beautiful day for a Maglin's fire, that is. Oh, do I have no fuel on me at all, do I? No fuel at all. Oh, God, but look at the time, too. All right, well, tomorrow, when we play this character, we will be cooking up our meats. We'll be finishing off the last 9 days, I believe. Yep, last 9 days in this zone. And then moving on to Hush River Valley. There should be a chance that the arrow breaks, but the arrowhead gets stuck in the animal. It can only be retrieved by harvesting. Shh. Christine? No, don't give him any ideas. Don't give him any ideas, my friend. But tomorrow we will pick up on this character right where we left off today. We are currently on day 600 and what is it now? 613 with only 9 days left in that